Vamos jogar só pra ver qual é. Ele é o demo só. Ele é um jogo que tá sendo desenvolvido como se fosse um jogo em stop motion, mas ele não é. Ele é um jogo que as coisas foram feitas, né? Tudo foi feito à mão e tal, mas aí eles usam isso pra modelar as artes, pra modelar a animação, pra fazer como base pra todas as coisas lá. Então, você tem os personagens, você tem os bonecos, mas se eu não me engano eles são escaneados, né? Eles são usados pra fazer as animações, mas não é stop motion. Aí, ó. Lá. Ele falou, pega um controle e relaxe, tá? É um futuro... É um retrofuturo num planeta alienígena onde a gente tá numa nave gigantesca no fundo do oceano desse planeta, tendo que lidar com as paradas. Vamos ver. Eu sou esse peixe? Parece que não. Valeu, Nilteira. Olha o Suricato. Beijo, cara. Boa faculdade. Oi.
Hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine. Your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But wait. I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
Wait, but only last month it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
Chato pra caralho.
Of the end user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes not to see you again soon, Harold.
Cara, agora eu sou controlando. Olha como ele é suave. Tá bem suave o jogo. Olha. Maneiro.
So, what are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for Allwater?
What? No, I meant... Because it was a joke, doofus.
Oh.
Yeah. Could you let me wait in peace now?
Oh, sure. Will do. Have fun.
Olha a planta é uma água.
Look, before you say anything...
Whatever your excuse is, it'll have to wait. Busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
Freedom! Have fun, Harold!
Caralho, o moleque se safou. Nossa.
We reluctantly interrupt your daily business for some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company, we seem to have discovered something super cool. please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre for some important information.
Mas ele não falou nada.
Oh, Harold, here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
Caraca. Bolada.
Mr. Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
Eu tentei pegar, mas...
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Bonitinho, né?
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
Every time
Eita.
I need you, Harold, it's something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time...
This must have an underlying cause. I remember when you were still in school and your teacher telling me how
Peraí, tu vai muito rápido.
out of the window, oblivious to her even shouting at you. It's like you've never snapped out of that daydream.
E o cara, moleque, eu vou lá construir o cara do jornal. Aí ele trabalha na emissora.
I was never in a daydream, just... the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds or never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
Ué, mas...
I'm sorry, Professor.
Ué. Que isso? Ela falou pra eu ir pra onde?
Destination
E eu não prestei atenção pra onde ela foi.
We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey.
Eu vou pra central, depois eu vou pra outro lugar, né?
You have arrived.
Ah, achei.
Please exit the tube in an orderly manner.
Esse aqui é o distrito social. Ela falou de laboratório, né?
Destination decided. Enjoy the view.
But Harold, I'm tired of chasing after you like you're a stupid butterfly.
Hang on. What's a butterfly? That sounds silly.
A butterfly is an insect from Earth. They had beautiful patterns on their wings and drank pollen from flowers. I suppose you could say they often appeared in extra natural moments in life. On the other hand, they were terribly inefficient, flighty, overly trusting, and delicate. Ergo, you never take responsibility, and I never know where to find you next.
I know I drift off a bit sometimes, but all water raised the tube fares again, and they never announce it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold. We don't have time for your flights of fancy right now. There's important work afoot.
Oh, yeah.
Have you checked the blockage in the filter station yet? And did you need to feed the fish too?
Ah, yes. Those two.
Ué,
I'm
ele
on the
é...
case. Bye, Professor.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, I'm sure those are all my tasks for the day.
Ué, ele
You
não tem...
seem to have waylaid your PDA. It really is a wonder you get anything done around here.
Ah, thanks, Professor. It's got a life of its own.
Strangely enough, I noticed you hadn't added your daily task list to it. And I
Ué,
don't
ela
want to have
fuxicou
to
o bagulho.
remind you about...
Drat. It's out of food.
Ela deve ter comida aqui, ó.
Better ask Cyrus about this.
Cyrus? Pergunte ao Cyrus sobre comida de peixe. Porque aqui eu não tô vendo nenhuma... Ih, olha o abacaxi de garrafa que tem lá. Lá no cantinho, na parede. Lounge, vamos ver. Ah, tem mais lugar aqui.
Ah, Harold. Perfect timing.
Oh, Senor Tenenbaum. You
Tenenbaum.
I was just hoping to watch some Sun Tzu's Ash. Got any idea how to work the old telly?
Yeah, I think it's one of those all-water ad-only models.
Ah. Should still be good for watching the announcement on tonight, though, right?
You're really gonna watch that? They'll just announce another tube price hike again.
Well, who knows? Diego from Health Services said he heard something about the reveal of something important.
What brings you to the lounge, anyway?
Would you guess that the tubes to the utility district and the social district are down again?
Strangely, yes. I can believe that. Does that mean school is out?
Yep. The Bambinos are happy, and I don't mind the time off.
Ah, ele é professor.
But if it goes on much longer, they'll forget everything.
Won't they do their homework?
Maybe. The whole social district is off limits right now, so at least there won't be much else for them to do.
Is that why you're hanging out here?
Mostly. It's just kind of cozy here, though, you know?
I suppose it is.
Anyway, don't mind me, Harold.
Bye, Chris.
See you later, Harold. I'll be here if you want some company.
Beleza. Temos que achar o tal do Cyrus, né? Opa. Ele corre? Corre. Botanical Concepts, conservatório. Será que esse é o...
Hey, Sai.
É ele mesmo.
Hey, Harold. What's going? How's up?
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and feed the filter station.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, given fish blood is such a good fertilizer, what with the slow-release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish. If samples were taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Sai, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Brat. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it. I'll have to formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed.
Ué,
I'm
de
working
quê?
on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
De quê?
I mean,
Vocês estão achando do jogo, galera?
Esse programa aqui tá uma porra.
New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it. Promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks. I'll let you know what they think.
Bioshock com fuga das... Perfeito. Bora. Eu não prestei atenção em nada que ele falou. Ai, droga. Nossa. Vocês sentiram isso? Cara, o áudio é tão imersivo, tem tanta coisa no áudio que quando eu aperto Start, você sai, parece que tirou a cabeça debaixo d'água. Que bizarro, maluco. Olha isso. Vou deixar um tempo. Ó. Caraca, que bizarro, maluco. Ele disse o quê? Que ele vai ter que fazer as coisas? Olha o desenho do professor, né? É aqui? Não, aqui tá fechado, tava ali vermelhinho. Olha as paradas. Ah, tem um tentáculo na janela? Filtration pump. Eita porra.
Clean as a whistle again.
Parece que quebrou essa porra, né? Agora tem que só alimentar os peixes, né? Será? É. Vamos ver se ele vai mudar alguma coisa lá em cima, se eu vou ter acesso a algum... Ou se ele já pegou, porque eu não vi inventário. Ah, ele pegou.
Little fishy, your little dishy is now served. Okay, Herald Bot Diagnostic Report. Scanning. All tests completed satisfactorily. Enjoyment evaluation minimal. Energy levels depleted. recharging required. Next destination, Agora Arcades.
Tá bom.
Why isn't this working? So typical. I suppose the ticket reactivation is still going to take a while.
Eu vou assistir na sala lá com o professor, né? Como é o nome dele? Esqueci.
Hello again.
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
Be my guest.
Olha, nem é...
I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
Pô, não ia dar tempo do cara chegar.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did. And we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. We'd be back on Earth. And where would that have got anyone? We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home, even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castlejock.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castlejock, the CEO of All Water Corporation. More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together, before we unveil the next step of that journey.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation. He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the Schlippmeier Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation.
And of course,
120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense, toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes, we're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right, the buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure, makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? For this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exactamundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah, man. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch.
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buona notte, Chris.
Buona notte, Harold.
Oh boy. What a day. Here's hoping tomorrow's a bit more relaxed. I could do with a day off. All this running back and forth for people is tiring, man. But, Agent Harrelson, that's what they pay you for. Don't let us down now.
Ele dormiu com tudo no bolso. Dia 18.250. De quê? Vamos ver. Olha ela aí.
Morning, Harold.
Hello, Professor. What did you think of that announcement?
It was quite fantastically self-aggrandizing.
Yes, it did go on a bit. The boy seems cool, though.
Indeed. I'm sure it'll make a great source of distraction. Now, if you're quite ready...
Sure. Ready for what?
I made a breakthrough discovery at the Arboretum last night. Turns out their surface composition doesn't just give us clues about our immediate aquatic environs. I think they've picked up some influences from outer space as well. Take a look through the microscope. You'll see what I mean.
Just remind me exactly how that thing works again.
You need to open the hatch first. Now activate the switch next to the board to open the sample shelf.
Aqui, né? Tá. Ah, foi isso que eu...
The rock you want is in the container on the lower right. You remember your left and right? Et voila! Check the microscope and finally you'll see what I mean. The one you're looking at now seems to have picked up radiation from our nearest sun. There's a particular mark for each time there's been a solar flare.
I can only see one mark?
That's the problem. There isn't enough of a recording on this one. I dated it to roughly 40 BC.
So we need an older one. For?
Exactly. Older ones, ideally. Although I doubt we'll have much luck catching more of them by chance. Oh, yes. We have to figure out when there's going to be a gap between flares. Flares cause the solar winds. A gap between solar storms is our only window for leaving this place. I need you to look into this, Harold. If anyone on board has an older rock, we need it procured. Yes?
But if we're not going to be able to catch one, where am I supposed to start looking?
You could start at Tommy's store.
Pode perguntar pra galera se tem.
Somehow gets hold of whatever those filter stations spit out, and then sells them at an outrageous markup.
Good evening, Jean.
Nice to see you, Bridget.
Is the sample in the microscope? I'm really curious to inspect it.
Yes, you definitely should.
Hey.
Hey, you're the professor's assistant, Jeremy, right?
Yes, but no. I'm Harold Halibut. I interned in your section for about a year.
Oh, goodness, you're microwave boy.
So, you do remember me.
Yes, how could I forget that debacle? Actually, I've just met with your professor.
Não fala rabonada. Eu tava falando com ela ali, pelo amor de Deus.
Not entirely, but I probably shouldn't be telling you.
Okay, I'll...
But I suppose if Moreau trusts you, I'm a bit worried about our ship's energy reserves. I thought I'd talk to your boss about it. She's the smartest person on board, isn't she?
Reserves? Are we in some kind of trouble?
Now I've said too much. Ask Moreau. Perhaps she'll tell you more.
Did you guys talk about the bloomy rocks at all? Moreau said I should maybe check with your husband.
As a matter of fact, we did. As for my husband, you'll have to ask him, which is more than I've been able to do the past few days. Knowing that infuriating rock collection, I'm sure he'll find you something. He's a sweetheart, really, you know? Go ask him.
See you later.
Bye, Richard.
Será que tá funcionando meu passe de...
So...
Dare I ask, what is it?
So, Bridget told me about some kind of energy shortage and to ask you about it. Any idea what she meant?
Yes, she mentioned she may have found a link between something in the water and our solar wind problem. It's speculative, and now isn't the time. That all?
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll be off.
Be good, Harold.
Morox quer que eu vá ao armazém geral do tomo no fliperama. Tá.
Harold,
Oi.
when you see Cyrus, could you give him a message for me?
Podia falar isso
Sure
antes de eu
thing,
sair.
Professor.
Just ask him,
Parece
how are
nada,
the
né?
details coming along?
Okay. I will ask him, but,
Yes, I know. I could ask him myself, but didn't you stop to wonder why I don't want to?
I just did stop to wonder.
It's complicated, okay? We go back a long way and don't always see eye to eye, especially on matters of categorization, nomenclature, and subsequent archiving methodology. Not that he ever saw fit to delineate his preferred... Don't mind me, Harold. I just mean, Cyrus has his stubborn phases, and I just can't talk to him when he's in one.
Okay, say no more. Your message is safe with me.
Actually, Harold... No, it's okay. Nothing. Run along now.
Entendi. Eu vou falar com o Cyrus primeiro, e aí depois eu vou lá pegar a parada da pedra. Que eu tenho que pegar. Aí pra pedra eu tenho que ir pra outro lugar, né? Tem que pegar o tubo. Não dá nada. O maluco não tá aqui não. Porra, ele tá onde? Distrito de energia. Ele é feito à mão, tá, galera? Ele é feito à mão, mas ele não é stop motion, ele não é animado stop motion. Eles animam no computador mesmo. Esse aqui é um demo, tá, galera? Ele ainda não foi lançado. Tô jogando só o demo pra ver qual é.
Destination selected. Have a pleasant journey and a fantastic day. You may now exit the tube. Thank you on behalf of the All Water Corporation for
Contaminant
choosing to travel
detected.
today.
Please do not panic.
Que são pedras. Ah, tá. Olha só. Tá, ali não tem ninguém.
Hello, Cy. How's it going?
Oh, it's been tough, Harold. Every detail has a detail. It's like this filigreed. Oh, it's good you're here, actually.
Yeah? What do you need?
Well, I'm having a bit of difficulty with the 3D printer. It's leaving gaps everywhere.
Oh, okay. Shall I take a look?
Yes, please. But I hope you're better with technology than you are with the ladies.
Mas, que ele do nada.
Anyway, see if you and your
A gente faz parte de uma nave que tá viajando no espaço há 200 anos e aí ela caiu agora num planeta e ela tá nesse oceano desse planeta há um tempo. Só que a nave é gigantesca, né? Tem 200, né? Tem tantas gerações de humanos e tal. E aí a gente tá meio que sobrevivendo ali dentro de uma sociedade meio que biochocanesca. Cara, é na mão. Só que esse controle tem drift. É uma bosta. Peraí, front panel. É esse aqui que eu tenho que tirar?
I think you're nearly there. Ooh, something happened then. Keep going.
Vai. Ali, ó.
Now, you see that hole?
Filha da puta, que susto, maldito desgraçado.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harold. I couldn't resist.
Ow! Ow! Cy, was the printer even broken?
Maybe. If it's any consolation, I discovered this little trick the hard way.
Ow! Why didn't you just fix it then?
Oh, where would the fun have been in that?
I'm not sure I like your idea of fun.
Funny. Sunny says the same thing to me. But I guess she didn't like your idea of fun either, eh?
Ow.
Think of it as a wake-up call, Harold. Yeah, a little extra juice.
Oh, that reminds me. Moreau asked me to ask you, how are the details coming along?
Oh, thanks, Harold. Just like her to ask that.
Huh. Is it? Anyway, see you next time, Sai.
Mas ele não respondeu, pô. Armazém geral do nome.
Harold, one more thing.
Ele não
What
deu a
is it,
resposta.
Sai?
Could you take Moreau a message?
I suppose. Is it just gonna be like hers?
No, nothing like that. It's something definitely unrelated.
So, what's the message?
Oh, okay, fine. You got me. Happy? Just tell her procedure smeeger and that she puts the YRU in Cyrus.
I don't know that's such a good idea. I mean, what is this whole thing about exactly anyway?
She started it. Back in the days, we were both part of the archive club. She was always so darn keen to throw away all the rules and invent new archiving procedures. She called it a healthy distrust for calcified mental models. But all it did was stop us ever getting anything done.
So, you disagreed about archiving?
Precisely. But it was fundamental. I mean, we respected each other's work, but there was this deep difference. And I guess neither of us was willing to budge.
É sério isso?
What did you decide about the archives?
That's not important anymore. Come on, man. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Okay. So, no message for her?
Just tell her I say hi. She'll know what I mean.
Okay. Catch you later, Sai.
Ou seja, ele deve estar preocupado com alguma parada.
Please halt for your contaminant inspection.
Que hold nada.
Inspecting. Contaminant detected.
Destination determined. Now, relax with all water. You're here. Thank you for choosing
Utterly unconcerned for your own safety, no respect for authority, wanton disregard for the future of humanity.
Harold! Good timing. You can explain things to the Major, can't you?
Harold, come here and explain things. And yourself.
Major, I'm just passing through. I really don't know what this is about. Hi, Felix.
So you're not here to make excuses for this diminutive delinquent?
Hey, I'm not diminutive. I've just got longer to live than you. And Harold, tell him about our plan.
Harold! I thought I told you to stay out of trouble. I should have known you'd be wrapped up in this.
I'm not in trouble. There is no plan.
Are you questioning my authority and or organizational merit?
Caraca,
No, Major,
If I find out you're a bad influence on young Felix here...
Not me, Major. Whatever Felix did, I'm sure it was meant innocently.
And how would you know about that? Unless you're in league with him.
Caraca, que inferno.
I mean, if you just relax.
Relax? Harold, you're really starting to tweak my beak.
But what did Felix do anyway?
Utterly unconcerned for his own safety, no respect for authority, wanton disregard.
Anyway, Major, under whose jurisdiction is Harold in trouble?
Mine! I'm the law here. Felix, will you be a witness to this?
Absolutely.
And can you testify to Harold's involvement?
Only if he's willing to testify to mine.
Harold, tell the truth now. It'll be easier in the long run.
I haven't witnessed anything to testify.
Damn it! Then the case is in danger of falling apart.
I'm sure Felix's parents will deal with this.
Good point. They should really be present while you question me, Major. I'm only a minor.
Don't you throw the book at me, son. Where are they anyway?
I don't know. And good luck finding them.
Oh no, Felix, have you lost them?
Harold, leave this to the professionals. Felix, do you mean to tell me you've neglected to file a missing person or persons report?
Shouldn't we look for them?
Don't change the subject.
Why?
But, Major, what is the subject?
That's right, Harold. Know your rights.
If, and I mean if, you're acting as some kind of heroic big brother figure to this young man, I expect you to be a positive influence.
There's no...
Come on, spit it out, man.
Just leave me alone, Sandstrom. I've got fish to feed.
Okay, Harold, but your fish won't save you if I catch you red-handed. Now, Felix! Where is Felix?
Oh no. Felix?
Harold, you've lost him!
Caraca, o maluco só terceiriza as paradas. Não é o mesmo
Hello,
cara.
Mr. Secretary. 8, right?
I'm afraid not. You must be thinking of my brother, Secretary 8. Or Secretary 24, of course.
Oh, sorry. I always get that mixed up. There are just 3 of you, right?
Well now, 3 of us work for Allwater, yes.
Oh, so there's another who doesn't?
Yes, Secretary 8 is the man to ask about that. He remembers it all much better than I do.
Remembers?
Cara, tem uma pegadinha quase Monty Python.
Sounds
leve.
serious.
Anyway, I'm neglecting my post. Welcome to the Agora Arcades. Would you like to partake in the monthly all-water raffle bonanza?
Oh, sure. Wait, is it free to enter?
Certainly. The raffle is a generous gesture of frivolity from Allwater to you, the citizens of Fedora.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll just spin her up. Drum roll, please. And... Looks like you were unlucky this time, but that's life. Try again next month.
Berre, eu não vou nem responder, irmão. Pelo amor de Deus. Eu acho que tá certo, né? Eu acho que já foi. Olha só.